everyone, it's Lizzie. Hello and welcome to my first Q&A video. First of all, thank you very much for all of your questions. I couldn't have made this video without them, obviously. Kenzie Boo asks a number of questions and I'm just gonna go through them. Number 1, how old are you? I was born on the 11th of December, 1989. Fun fact, my t-shirt, I don't know if you can see it, says 98 on it. And if you inverse that, it's kind of like my year. Fun. Also, another fun fact, I was supposed to be a Christmas baby and I came 2 weeks early. When did you start YouTube? I uploaded my very first video on the 1st or 2nd of January 2014. I say 1st or 2nd because I don't know if it went live before or after midnight, but I filmed that video just after Christmas of December 2013. Do you see yourself doing YouTube when you're older? To put it simply, yes, I do. I think as long as I'm enjoying it and people are enjoying what I'm doing and watching it, then I'm gonna keep doing it. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 2 cats. One is a tortoiseshell named Delilah and the other is like a silver tabby named Linus, like from Peanuts, Charlie Brown. And I have 1 dog and his name is Howard, or Howie. He is like a Maltese something cross and yeah, he's gorgeous. Can I get a shout out? At Mackenzie Amela. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but hi! If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? I'm going to combine this with Ollie's question, the sheep that went moo, because he asks, if you could travel anywhere in the world at this very moment, where would you go? Now, Ollie said that I could cheat and say a number of places, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I love to travel and to choose one place would be incredibly difficult. Lately, I have been missing Tokyo a lot. I only got to go there for 10 days. I know I shouldn't complain only, but I miss it and I would love to go and travel around Japan more. I would also love to go back to Europe. Choosing one place in particular would be quite tricky, so let's just say all of Europe because breaking those rules. I'd also love to go to New Zealand and Canada and India and yeah, just way too many places. Let's just say around the world trip. Would you go to America? Yes, I absolutely would, and I will be there in July of this year for VidCon, and I'm so excited! That also runs into NeoStar's question because Jono asked, what is the most thing you're looking forward to at VidCon? And even though I'm going to be super nervous because there's going to be so many people there, I think that's also what I'm looking forward to the most, because everyone there is associated with YouTube in some way, and it will just be really great fun to meet all these people, so I'm going to have to get my confidence up and so I can talk to everyone because yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. If you could live with any YouTuber, who would it be? Fun fact, I am supposed to be moving in with that Katie project, which is why she asks, when are you moving, woman? Because it's taken me quite a while to pack up all of the assorted memorabilia aka junk that I've accumulated over the last almost 5 years of living at this place. So I'm downsizing everything, which is actually going to be really good for me. I'm coming very, very, very soon and I will be living with Katie. So that is the YouTuber I would love to live with. What's your favorite candy? I assume that by candy Americans also mean chocolate. So some of my favorite chocolate items are Maltesers and M&Ms. I like them so much. Specifically the crispy or peanut M&Ms. The plain ones are just what they're like Smarties. So but Maltesers, yeah, they're gone. And Mackenzie's final question is, do you want a kid? Yes, I do. When and how many and boy or girl, any of that, I have absolutely no idea. But sometime in the future, I would like children, so yes. The Aussie Ninja asks, who are your favourite YouTubers from each continent? Brackets, I wonder if there's a YouTuber in Antarctica. I do know geography and I know my continents, but I don't think that I actually watch a YouTuber from each different continent, so I can't answer this question properly. However, I can list a number of YouTubers that I do watch. Zoella, Sprinkle of Glitter, oh, II Superwoman, Grace Helbig, Ryan Higa, Smosh, Dietrix, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Thatcher Joe, Casper Lee, Marcus Butler, Naomi Smart, Tanya Bird, Jim Chapman. Oh wow, it's getting into way too many other YouTubers, but otherwise if you'd like to suggest me any from other continents that I have not yet watched, please do that because I would love to check them out. John Smith asks, hearing an Australian say the word data is crazy. Now, while technically that is not a question, data? Data? Data. I don't know. It's Just Ash asks also a couple of questions. questions. Do you have mystical powers? Well, Ashley, I like to think that I do. No, I don't have mystical powers, I'm sorry. But if I did, yes, I would take you to meet Jack Howard and Daniel Sharman, and I did have to Google Daniel Sharman, but Jack Howard, another YouTuber I watch, I would love to meet them too, and you'd definitely come with me. Would you rather pause time or become invisible? Now, I can see the benefits of pausing time, especially in certain situations, but I think I would much rather become invisible because there are absolutely those times when I am so embarrassed or I just want to get out of a situation, and how great would it be if you could just turn invisible and then I could go about my own stuff and not worry about what other people thinking of me and I'd get all weird about it. I could just do what I want to do, except getting coffee would be hard if I was invisible, so. With great power comes great responsibility. Responsibility of not drinking coffee, perhaps. Would you rather produce food out of thin air or shoes? At the moment, I absolutely need some new Converse because they are falling apart. They are really tattered. And shoes are pretty expensive, which is pretty much the reason I haven't bought new ones. So that would be great to be able to produce shoes out of thin air, and then I could distribute shoes to everyone across the world, and that would be amazing. But I do think, however, that producing food out of thin air would be much more beneficial than shoes, because I spend a lot of money on food because healthy food is more expensive, and I do really like healthy food and cooking. So the money that I save by not buying food would be able to buy me shoes, and I could still give food to everyone. Yeah, long explanation, but I definitely choose food. What Harry Potter house are you in? Now, I am definitely a member of Pottermore, but I have not been on in a couple of years, and I can't remember if I was sorted into Ravenclaw or Gryffindor. I'm kind of torn between the two. I think I was Gryffindor, but I can't say 100%. Sorry. Emerald Moss asks, OBE, UFO, or BF? Now, I had to Google OBE, and that said it was an out-of-body experience, so I'm gonna guess it's like a would you rather an out-of-body experience or a UFO sighting? And I think that when I've seen out-of-body experiences in a movie or a TV show, that they have just been a situation where the person has viewed their life from, you know, up on the ceiling somewhere and doing these spider arms, and they see their life and they get this kind of epiphany, and I think that would be great, because if I saw a UFO and I tried to tell people about it, I know there's a couple of people I could tell and they would believe me and it would be cool, but if I couldn't prove it, or you know, there was like this media stuff, I would just be crazy. And I think I would just drive myself insane. By BF, I assume you're asking about my boyfriend, which I'll tell you about him. He's non-existent. Please visit my single on Valentine's Day video for further proof. And coffee. Yes, coffee is always a good idea. The answer to coffee is always yes. Coffee every day. Oh, not that dance. Anonymous asks, how old are you? Answered that from Mackenzie. So moving on to the second question. Have you ever had a boyfriend? Yes, I have. I've had probably only 3 or 4 boyfriends, and I think at least 1 or 2 of them were like high school romance boyfriends. So, answer your question, yes, I have 3 or 4 boys. How many siblings do you have? I have 1 sibling. I have a brother. I don't know, you can guess if he's younger or older. I don't know what that was, but anyway, leaving that in. What are your 5 favorite books and films? Now, I could stress about this forever, so I'm just gonna try and go with the first 5 books and films that I can kind of conjure. Films: Garden State, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, About Time, New York, I Love You, and The Holiday. Okay, 5. 5 books: Paper Towns by John Green, The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson, the Harry Potter series, all of them, yes, in 1 book. That counts. It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini, and 5, Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, because even though I did a review on it and she's a great, huge YouTuber that I love, I actually really enjoyed and loved her book, which is why I did the book review. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to a variety of music, but I think it's classified more as pop, punk, pop rock, alternative rock, pop, and some classical and jazz, something like that. I'm sure there's like some hardcore thrown in there, but I think sometimes the line blurs for me in genres, and I really don't know because one album can have 3 different genres on it. What bands and artists? Now again, this is incredibly difficult, so I'm just going to try and list off a number of them. Blink-182, The Killers, The Used, Death Cab for Cutie, Halsey, Paramore, New Found Glory, Bring Me the Horizon, All Time Low. My heart is racing trying to not think of any bands to miss. Codaline, Taylor Swift, 5 Seconds of Summer, The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Cute Is What We Aim For. My hand is shaking. That's gonna have to do, and I've forgotten tons. I'm really sorry to them because you're all gonna watch my video. What's your goal for YouTube? I think I have some really massive goals, and in my mind it's really great to daydream about them, but realistically my goal for YouTube is just what it's always been. For people who watch my videos to just somehow be happier and smile from watching them. Well, that sounds really cheesy, but that's the original reason why I started YouTube, because when I was watching YouTubers, I just thought, yeah, I want to be that person who makes people smile and feel happy and connect with them. Yeah, YouTube. Oh. Casey O'Kelly asks, do you believe in aliens? And I think yes I do, because aliens pretty much refers to anything that is foreign. So any foreign beings living out in the rest of our universe. Do you know how big our universe is? It's freaking huge. So yes, I believe that there are aliens out there somewhere and we just probably can't get to them or communicate with them. Yep. And finally, Rose asks, if you were to pick one book to read for the rest of your life, which one would it be? I just want to say thank you, Rose, for choosing one of the hardest questions of my life. The one book that I would want to read for the rest of my life is The Great Fairy Tale Tradition. It's the selected and edited edition by Jack Zipes, the Norton Critical Edition. See, it's got all of these fairy tales and they're all the classics. It's got super small writing and it's got the classics from Charles Perrault and the Brothers Grimm. I've had this for a couple of years and have not read not even a quarter of the fairy tales in here. They're really dark fairy tales that Disney has made into these fantastic, wonderful fairy tales, and in actual fact they're pretty scary. And I think it would be kind of cool to read these to people and share them, and I guess people could always read me books. Hey? There's always a loophole. Who or what inspires you to become a better person? Now, first off, I have to say an actual person would be my mum, because she's incredibly strong and I think she's beautiful and kind-hearted and just generous and super lovely. And I call her for advice a lot and I'm very lucky to have a close relationship with her. Moving on from that, I think anyone who kind of lives up to their goals and strives to be better, they inspire me, because I think if they can do it, why can't I? I mean, surely it has to be as simple as that, right? I'm just making it complicated in my head. And you can see how long ago Rose asked me this, because then she asks, white and gold or blue and black? It's blue and black, guys. Sometimes at night in artificial light I can see white and gold, but it is definitely blue and black. Okay, that's all the questions answered for my very first Q&A video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you want me to do another one. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you liked it and click subscribe to see more videos from me, and I hope I see you again in my next video. Bye!